Let's make sure this is actually, wait, probably not opening that screen. Let's make sure this is actually the right title for this stream. Yes, it is. That's good. All right. Cool. Now, back to modifying these moves. I just finished the fighting type. Oh, I need to also open up a new tab. This one. Make a copy. I think this is the exact same one. But we'll see. Alright, next I will do psychic moves. Wherefore art thou? Psychic moves. There they are. Move changes. Oh, this version does have the number changes. That's perfect. It's actually beautiful. And there's a couple moves that looks like were added in today's update. Oh, they changed how stockpile works so that you keep the defense boost after using swallow or spit up. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but I could try. That's not swallow. Swallow effect. Yeah, I don't know how to like code that in. Uh, maybe one day I could figure it out, but that day is definitely not today. What else is here? Vice grip now has a 20% chance to lower attack. That's interesting. Is that like a thing in future generations? Let's search it. Vice grip. No, that's never been a thing. Let's see, Generation 4, who learns this move? It is learned by four Pokemon lines, Mawile, Corphish line, Crabbe line, and Pinsir line. It is a very low-level move, apparently. So I'm not going to actually buff this. I'm going to leave it as is. Let's see. Where are the psychic moves? There are the psychic moves. Future Sight. Future Sight. It's only changed in Crystal and Emerald Legacy. 20 power, 90 accuracy, 120 power, 100 accuracy. Having only 80 power makes it not worth using. In Generation 6 it has 120 power. In Generation 5 it has 100 power. However, there is a significantly better move. Literally this one. Where's the tactics? Literally just use Psychic instead. I'm gonna actually buff Future Sight the way same way they did, make it 120 base power, 100% accuracy, because otherwise it is just really not worth using. It's like a 3-turn move. So let me write this down. Future Sight, BP plus 40, 80 to 120, ACC plus 10, 90 to 100. Save. Wait, do I count as a viewer with this? Let's close that. Okay, next up is Luster Purge, apparently. They just gave it more PP. I'm not going to do that. Wait, what is Luster Purge's secondary effect? I don't know. Lower special defense. It's a 50% chance. I think instead of buffing its PP, I'm going to buff its chance. Because otherwise, it is just a worse Psy Strike. Or Psy Attack, or Psy Shock, or Psychic. There's just no reason to use this over Psychic if it doesn't have a secondary effect. Because it has 20 lower base power, so I'm going to actually lower or increase the probability of its effect just to 100. Secondary effect chance increased from 50 to 100%. Alright, next up is Mist Ball, which they just gave more PP, which is probably the same situation because that is Latias' move. That is indeed the same situation. I'm just gonna do the same thing. Because that gives them their own identity rather than just being a strong move that a legendary Pokemon has. So legendary or Luster Purge / Mist Ball have the same change. And then next up we have... Oh, it's like I lost connection for a second there. That sucks. Oh well. I am actually going to do that. That's not Psychic. I'll just give it 5 more PP. And that's the change. That's all I did. Okay, save. Next up is Psywave. Yeah. They gave it 15% more accuracy. In Crystal Legacy, they gave it the same change in Emerald Legacy. Let's look at Psywave. I'm gonna make the same change. Give it 15 more accuracy, and that's it. So 80 to 95. Because it's really not that strong of a move. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good in the early game, but you're like never using this late game, right? Alright, next up, what do we got? Let's do rock type next. This one will be pretty short. Ancient of Power is first. They gave it 5 more PP, and that's all they did. You know, I do agree with that because it's only a 10% chance of getting a stat boost. So I'm just gonna give it 5 more PP. That way, on average, you're guaranteed if you use it all 10 times to get 1 boost. And the Pokemon that are realistically gonna be using it in the playthrough are not Jirachi, but whew, that is not the generation I was looking for. Yeah, it's not gonna be Jirachi. It's gonna be all of these Pokemon that are gonna be realistically using it. Not the legendaries, but there is a good amount of Pokemon lines that learn this move. Ancient Power is not so uncommon. Ancient Power. PP plus 5, and that is the whole change. I hit save. And next. Looks like Rock Blast. They buffed its accuracy, which I agree with. It's not worth using at 80% accuracy. What is the accuracy of it in Gen 5? I think it's higher accuracy in Generation 5, honestly. So in Gen 4, it's 80% accurate. Yeah, I thought so. So I'm going to give it 10 more accuracy. Because Rock Blast is admittedly one of my favorite moves. And this does make it more in line with the other multi-hit moves. Okay, that's all I'm changing there. Everything else about it is fine. Next up on the list is Rock Slide, which they gave it 5 more accuracy in Yellow Legacy. They gave it 5 more power and 5 more accuracy and 5 more PP in Crystal Legacy. And they did the same in Emerald Legacy. You know, I'm not going to buff the PP, but I will buff the other two. So, Rock Slide, PP plus 5 from 75 to 80. Accuracy plus 5, so from 90 to 95. See, the reason that it's normally not so good is because it's a spread move. And there's not really a lot of double battles in Pokemon Platinum. So it's just because the almost every single battle in the game is normally single battle. Having a spread move be weak doesn't, because it's a spread move, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Especially when Earthquake exists. And Earthquake, which if you just protect on your other Pokemon, hits both enemies and not your ally that's or your ally's flying type. I wonder if I can add in the air balloon. Or air balloon I think it's already in this, I don't know. And other items. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to do that. Let's see. Next up is Rock Throw. Yes, Rock Throw. They buffed its accuracy to 95 in all 3 generations. And in Emerald Legacy, they also gave it 10 more PP. For being a low or an early game move, I think having more PP does make sense. PP 25 and accuracy 95. I fully agree with this change. Walk throw. And then PP plus 10, 15, 25. Save, and next up, I think that actually, no, there's one more, there's Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb. I am going to give it the same accuracy buff because Rock Tomb and Generation 5, literally the next games, has... Oh, no, it has the same awful accuracy. Well, one game after that, it gets actually decent. Let's see. Yeah, this is a pretty early game move. I'm gonna buff it to 90 accuracy because it is learned to level 15 by several Pokemon. Or actually, none of these are really great physical attackers. Oh, I guess Pokemon learn it by TM. A lot of them do. So yeah, I'll keep it at 90 accuracy. So buff it by 10. And I'll probably give it more PP too. Yeah, I'll give it 10 more PP. So 5 accuracy. Wait, was that 5? No, it was 10 accuracy, 10 PP. Yeah. So let me write that down. Rock Tomb. And PP plus 10. Okay, and save. Okay, that's all the rock type moves so far. Next up, let's do the bug type moves. Oh, they made cut bug type. Actually, I like that change. Making cut bug type does make it yeah, it makes sense. I think I'm gonna buff Leech Life. Not to the crazy 80 that it is in Gen 6. But also maybe Bug isn't a super good type. It's resisted by so much. I lost connection again momentarily. That's not very good. Fire is a common, well, not a common type in the wild actually. Fighting is a common type. Flying is a very common type. Ghost gets more common as the game goes on. Same with Steel. Yeah, making Leech Life 80 power is actually fun. Or no, I'll make it 60 power. I'll go right in the middle of where Emerald Legacy buffed it. So we're gonna first start with, is Bug Bite in this generation? Yes, it is. I might not need to change this one actually. Consumes target berry. That's a pretty good effect actually. Yeah, I don't need to change Bug Bite. I am gonna agree with making cut a bug type move. And making it 100% accurate is fine because it's not a very strong move. 100% accurate. 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 So cut, change from normal to bug type. ACC plus 5, 95 to 100. Okay. That is cut, done. Let's see here. Leech life is next up on the list. We will make it 60 power. Write that down. Pen missile. They made it 25 power in Emerald Legacy versus 20 power in the other two. That's interesting. But the problem with Pen Missile is a lot of other Pokemon actually do get this move. It is not exclusive to bug types. Whereas Leech Life is. Leech Life is learned by only bug types. And Zubat and Golbat, but it doesn't break them. But otherwise, yeah, it's only bug types, unless you breed a Victory Bell or Bellsprout with one. So yeah, Leech Life's buff is fine. Pen Missile, on the other hand, is learned by several other Pokemon that are not bug type. Like Jolteon. And Quillfish. Yeah, I think buffing it to 25 power is fine. It's not a super strong move either way. And realistically, the only Pokemon getting stab on it is Ariados. So it doesn't break it. Oh no, or Scorpy, but... Oh, I missed Beedrill entirely. Whatever. Well, let's be real. Are you really using Pen Missile over Twin Needle? No, you're not. Speaking of Twin Needle, that's Poison type, right? No? No, it is Bug type. I'm crazy. I thought it was. I just didn't see it on the list at first. They also buffed its accuracy. I'm going to buff its accuracy to 95, not 100. So, BP plus 11. Pen Missile plus 11, so 14 to 25. ACC plus... How much was it? It was 85, so plus 10. 85 to 95. Save. Alright, that was Pen Missile done. I just like zoned out for a few seconds there. Signal Beam looks like next. They gave it 10 more base power in Emerald Legacy. Why is it even called Signal Beam? That's a weird name for a bug type move that like shoots beam. And like only one bug type really gets it. Volbeat's not gonna be using this. Venomoth could, but like otherwise it's just a coverage move for everyone else. As a move tutor, it gives it to other bug types. The tutor teaches it to a lot of Pokemon. Dang, that's crazy. What's his base power? I think making this 90 power is actually fine. Because it's really not very common. It's just a coverage move for like all of these Pokemon. So I am gonna bump it to 90 power to match Psychic. Oh, it has a chance to confuse. Actually, never mind. Chance to confuse is stronger than the special defense drop, so 85 is gonna be fine. I didn't notice that at first. That's why I looked at the sec. That's why I always look at the secondary effect when I buff power. Okay, next up we've got Silverwind, which they just gave it 5 more PP. And with Bug already being a weak type, I'm going to agree with that change. Let's see who all learns Silverwind. That That's not giving me the result I was looking for. There we go. Silverwind. Who all learns it? As I thought would be the case, just a bunch of bug types, really. Gen 4. Yeah, these Pokemon can all have their extra 5 PP. That's not a big deal. Oh, right, it is a team, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, Silverwind. Same change as Ancient Power, so I can just copy paste that in my little notepad. And then Twin Needle is the final one. They buffed its base power to 40 in Yellow Legacy. Same with Crystal Legacy, and same with Emerald Legacy. Which, when used by Beedrill, does make it a 120 base power move, technically. Because it hits twice and has 40 plus 50% from stab. So, Needle. Right. There's one in. I misspelled it. How could I do this? Wait, what is it? What even is Beedrill's attack? It's only 80? Wait, that's horrible. Wait, what? Wait, Beedrill actually really sucks. I mean, it does get you do get it at level 10, so I guess it's understandable. Oh well. I'll just leave that as it is. And that'll be it. I need to actually record the increase though. So plus, what was it before? Let's see, what is it? Needle 25, so plus 15, 25 to 40. Save. Alright, and that is all for the bug type moves. Which moves, or which types have a lot of moves that were changed? I already did fighting. Poison has a few. We'll do poison next. So it looks like they buffed Acid in Yellow Legacy, but not the other two. And the reason they would do that is because in Gen 1 there's not so many poison type attacks. Versus Gen 2, a couple more added, I'm pretty sure. Gen 3, even more added, like Poison Fang. Let's look at Acid right now. Yeah, Acid is an early game attack, so it's not going to get buffed. Poison Fang is the next one on the list. They buffed it from 50 to 60 power. Let's look at who learns it. It does have a chance of badly poisoning. 30% chance. I don't know if it really needs a buff. That's like 3 out of every 10 attacks will give them the toxic effect. That is super strong. Who learns it? That is damage on top of a harsh status effect. It is kind of a late game move for most of these Pokemon, though. I guess buffing it to 60 power doesn't break it. Because it effectively buffs it from 75 to 80. Because most of the Pokemon that actually use it are poison types, they get stabbed. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy this change that they made. So, Poison Fang. BP plus 10. 50 to 60. Save. Let me check Discord real quick. Nothing new, as expected, which is good, because it's less for me to deal with. Ooh, potential leaks? Wait, let me check Central Leak. It's the only reason I have Twitter open. It's just to check Central Leaks. Looks like it's really happening. Switch firmware, added a function to detect if Joy-Con's on rail. I don't care about that. Pokemon releasing shiny locks faster than we can keep track of. What does this mean? I don't care. I'm looking for info about Legend ZA, and there is none. So I have to look at Discord because it's not there. Anyway, let me put my glasses on to read this. The intro takes place on a train headed to Lumio City in the present. Through the Holobox, Professor Sycamore invites us to the city. At a certain point, there is an interference. The train experiences a jolt. When it stops, the player finds themselves in past Lumio City. Just outside the train, between the tracks of an open station, you encounter a child resembling Sycamore and an old professor with gray and purple hair. and a squared monocle between the tracks. You must catch Snivy, Litten, and Sobble. Man, Sobble? Hell no, I ain't touching that shit ass starter. No, ew. Get that away from me. I'll get Snivy. Center of Lumio City is the only part of the city truly occupied by humans, protected from nature. 5 areas. Mega Go-Goat? Ooh, Mega Girder. Wait, what? But Girder is a second stage Pokemon. Mega Girder? Mega Lantern? Ooh. I don't care about Mega Grapplock. That Gen 8's awful. Mega Crobat? Yo! Team Quasar. What a cool name. I don't feel like reading any more of that. Alright, anyway, back to my work. My precious, precious work. How long have I been going for? 37 minutes. I'll probably be able to finish this list actually, like today. Or in the next hour or so. Anyway, Poison Fang, I wrote it down. Yes, I did. Next up is Poison Gas. Yes, they buffed it to only 70 accuracy. Poison Gas. That accuracy is awful. I would never use. I'm buffing it to. Wait. It has 0 power. All it does is poison. Poison Gas. I suspected it would be an early game move. I'm gonna give it 90 accuracy because it does one single thing. It's just a status move. Like, what is Thunder Wave that... Actually, let me come back to this. What is Thunder Wave's accuracy? 100. What is Will-O-Wisp's accuracy? 85. I'm gonna make it 85 to match Will-O-Wisp. Huh. I was just lagging a bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna make it match Will-O-Wisp. Okay, that one's done. Next up is Poison Sting, which is buffed to 30 power in Crystal Legacy and same in Emerald Legacy. I'll do the same. Well, it is a 30% chance to poison. I'll buff it to 25, so it gets 10 power instead of 15. So, Poison Sting. Plus 10. Let's see, what's next? Poison Tail. There's a lot of poison moves. They buffed Poison Tail from 50 to 80 power, which I think it means it's probably a late game move. And wait, this is Gen 8, this is Gen 4. It's learned by only Seviper, unless you breed an Ekans with it. I'm gonna make Seviper's signature move 80 power, the same way they did, because it makes sense. And it's not, and it only has like a 10% chance of poison, right? Yeah. Chance of causing poison and increased crit chance. In that case, I'm gonna make it 70 base power because increased crit chance and chance of causing poison is a double whammy. A 2-in-1. So yeah, I'll buff it by 20. Poison Tail, BP plus 20, 50 to 70, save. See, in Gen 5, there's a couple more that learn it. And then even more through breeding. I'm not sure why Gliscor doesn't learn it by default. I might... Nah, I don't... I'm not adding any breeding moves. No egg moves are being added to this whatsoever. It's just not happening. Poison Tail is done. Poison Powder. Poison Powder is buff in Emerald Legacy from 75 to 85 accuracy. Let's look at it. I just agree with that change. Same as Poison Gas. It's the same move. Except for Poison Gas is an attack for some reason. I've lost connection a few times now. Let me check my channel real quick. Yep, stream's still running. That's good. Okay. I wrote down Poison Powder. Next is Sludge or Sludge Bomb. We will see. Let's look at Sludge first. I don't think Sludge needs to be changed, though. Nah, it's fine as it is. Sludge Bomb, though. What did they change about Sludge Bomb? They buffed its power from 90 to 95. I'm not doing that because it has a 30% chance to poison. I will buff the PP, though. So, Sludge Bomb. PP plus 5 from 10 to 15. Save. Alright, next up is Smog. That's not Smog. There we go. They increased its accuracy. I'm going to do the exact same thing. They made it 100% accurate because it is only 20 power, which is honestly reasonable. Totally reasonable. It is a 20 base power move. So I write down Smog. ACC plus 30, 70 to 100. And that's all for that, for poison types. Let's do ghost type next. Then I'll do ground type. So where is ghost? Alright, there's only two ghost type moves in Gen 1. Lick and Nightshade. They only changed Lick in Gen 2, and in Gen 3 they changed Astonish and Shadow Punch. Let's look at Astonish first. Chance to flinch, 30 power. They've made it 50 power. Having a 30% chance to flinch is really strong, though. And it is an early game move. Like, look at the levels they learned this move. 1, 10, 11, 17. It's on a lot of Pokemon. And yeah, just having such a high chance to flinch means it can't be that strong. Especially on Zubat and Golbat. Golbat's pretty fast. I'll buff it to 40. Yeah, 40 is fine. I'm not buffing it to 50 like they did though. So put a line there. Astonish. E plus 10, 30 to 40. Okay, next up is Lick. Lick. I'm gonna make Lick 30 power, but they made it 40 power, and I think that's a little too much. But Lick is notably very, very weak. Actually, they don't get stab on it, so it should be okay. I completely forgot about that fact that like look at this. There's only two, three, four, five ghost types on this list. No, never mind. There's more. But Dusknoir and Frostless are not using Astonish. Neither is Bismagius. And Drifloon has good speed. Duskull is not outspeeding anything with Astonish. Let's wait. That yeah. I guess I can make 50 power. It's not that strong because I mean the flinch chance is not going to be used by a lot of the ghost types which get stab on it. Mischievous will get it, but Mischievous is more of a special attacker though. Sableye not really going to use it. Yeah, 50 power is fine. What? My PC's lagging. What's going on? Yeah, I'll probably stop streaming after I finish this. Alright, and then Lick. They made Lick 40 power, which is the same thing that I did. And the only other ghost move changed here is Shadow Punch. Power 60, accuracy 0, always hits. Let's see, there's not a lot of Pokemon that do learn this move, so there's wiggle room here. Gengar is not going to be using this. Dusknoir is really slow. Golurk is not in this generation. Yeah, it's literally just these two. I see no reason for this move to be weak. Plus, Dusknoir gets like no other good stab moves that it can really reliably use. Shadow Sneak is priority, so it can't be stronger. So yes, it is technically like Dusknoir's signature move here. And there's no other stab moves that it gets to really like make it worth using. So I think I would. I'm also going to be buffing Ominous Wind to 5 PP or 10 PP. Yeah, it's only ghost types. It only gets ghost type stab, so I am going to buff Shadow Punch. PP plus 20, 60 to 80. That way it has a somewhat hard-hitting move, because I like Dusknoir, and a lot of other people like Dusknoir. It's pretty cool. Alright. Let's do Ominous Wind, which I think was added in Gen 4, right? Where does it learn Ominous Wind? Yes, it was added in Gen 4. Ominous Wind is the same change as Silver Wind. Okay. Boom. Done. Alright, ghost type's done. Let's do ground type next. Bone Club. Yellow Legacy, they buffed the accuracy from 85 to 100. Same thing in Crystal. Same thing in Emerald. They also give more PP in Emerald Legacy. So I'm going to make the same change. It's only really learned by Cubone, like one other line, right? Bone Club. Maybe only Cubone. We'll see. Yeah, literally a single Pokemon ever gets this move. So having its signature move be not accurate kind of sucks. So, Bone Club, CC plus 15, 85 to 100. Save. Okay, next up is Bone Rush. Or Bone Meringue, wait. Bone Meringue, they buffed the BP. And that's all they changed. I think that's not necessary here. Bone Rush, they increase accuracy to 100, PP to 20. They did that in both generations that it's in. It's a weak move, hits 2 to 5 times. Then I'm going to make it 95 accuracy. But let me look at Bullet Seed. What did I do to Bullet Seed? No, that's Bullet Punch. Bullet Seed's 100. You know what? Because Bullet Seed is 100% accurate, I'm going to make this 100% accurate. Wait, how much PP does Bullet Seed have? 30, so Bone Rush can have more PP. So it's buff from 80% accuracy to 100. Let's write this down. Bone Rush. CC plus 20, 80 to 100. And PP plus 10. 10 to 20. Save. Bone Rush is done. Bone Meringue. Bone Meringue. They gave it 10 more PP in Emerald Legacy, 10 more PP in Crystal Legacy. And in Yellow Legacy, they did the same thing. Bone Meringue is, again, learned by a single Pokemon. And it's not even a strong move. Wait. Wait. Hang on. No, I'm looking for Gen 4. It learns Bone Club at 7? Dang! Bone Meringue. Oh, it hits twice. That's why it's weak. I'm like, I was so confused about why it has such low power, but it hits twice. That makes sense. So it's effectively 150 base power. So yeah, we will just give it 10 more PP because that's a fine change. Or no, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna change this actually. We're gonna leave Bone Meringue unchanged. All right, next up is Dig. Dig, they buffed to 70 base power, gave it 10 more PP. It's 80 power here. I'm not going to change dig because it's the same effect as dive. Oh no, I did buff dive, so I will buff dig. I'll buff it to 90. Because it is a 2-turn move, so dig equals 10, 80 to 90. Save. Next is Mud Slab. They give 5 more PP in Crystal Legacy. They gave it 10 more power in Emerald Legacy. It's an early game move. I agree with buffing it to 30 power. And getting it 5 more PP is fine too. So I'm gonna try and like speed run these so I can stop streaming. Mud Slab plus 10, 20 to 30, plus 5, 10 to 15. Save. Sand Tomb. They buffed it to 35 power, 100% accuracy. It's the same as Whirlpool and I forget. Fire Spin. Warning. 35. What was its accuracy before? Is it on here? Do I have to search it? I probably have to search it, don't I? I guess search it. Sand Tomb, what was your accuracy before? 70. That is awful. It's a lot different balancing for a single player game than it is for a competitive one. Wait, am I offline? Shouldn't be. No, I'm live. YouTube's just lying to me. Or OBS is, I don't know. And lastly, Sandstorm. Oh, nope, I gotta save. Then I can go to Sandstorm. PP10. I think I don't have to change anything here. I think Sandstorm stays as is, and I'm done with ground type moves then. What about Mud Bomb? And Mud Shot? I kind of want to buff it to 90 accuracy, because it's not a super strong attack. When is Mud Bomb learned? And by whom? It's a decently common move. And it's mostly learned by ground types. So I'm going to buff its accuracy to 90, but that's it. Let's go to this. We'll write it down. Mud Bomb, ACC plus 5, 85 to 90. Save. What about Mud Shot? What was that other one? Oh, Mud Sport, the worthless move that nobody ever uses. Power 55. This must be an early game move. I didn't look at the PP. If I buff its PP, I gotta buff Mud Shot's PP. And I think that's actually fine. So, PP plus 5. 10 to 15. And mud shot. PP plus 5. 15 to 20. Save. And mud shot. What? Yeah, buff its PP to 20. Because it is an early game move. Okay, and that is it for the ground type moves. Let's see. We'll do ice types next. Blizzard and ice beam, icicle spear, icicle. Let's start with Blizzard. Blizzard probably does not need to be changed. Blizzard is probably fine. Blizzard is fine. I didn't change Fire Blast. But Fire Blast doesn't get the 100% accuracy in the sun. I think. Yeah, it doesn't get 100% accurate, but Blizzard does get 100% accurate in the hail. So I'm going to leave it as is. Hail, I think I already buffed it. It's PP. No, I didn't need to. It was already set to 10. I don't need to... Wait. If I can figure out how to code it so that it gives ice types a 50% defense boost, I will. But that will be some coding I'll have to do. I don't know how to do that just yet. Alright. Ice Beam. Gets 5 more PP. I agree with that change. Same as Flamethrower. Beam, PP plus 5. 15, save. What about Ice Ball? I don't think I need to change Ice Ball. No, not really. Icicle Spear. Power 10? That's awful! What about Gen 5? Gen 5 they buff it to 25, so yeah, there's no reason to leave it 10 here. So I'm just going to give it the 15 extra attack, and that's it. Okay, next up is Icy Wind. What did they do to it? They gave it 5 more PP. In Emerald Legacy, they give more power, or not Emerald, Crystal Legacy, but they didn't do that in Emerald Legacy, so I'm guessing that's because there was a lack of ice type moves, but there's not so much anymore. So I'm not going to buff its power. I think I'm probably done with this, with ice types already. No, Snowscape. Right, Snowscape is Gen 9. Alright. Then, in that case, we will move to flying types. Let's see. Aeroblast, I'm not changing. Where's flying types here? There it is. I'm not giving it more PP. I don't care about that. No. Air Cutter. They gave Air Cutter 10 more base power in Emerald Legacy. I'm gonna do the same thing. Because there's not a lot of double battles. Okay. Air Cutter's done. Next up is Bounce. They made its accuracy from 85 to 90. I am gonna do the same thing. It is a 2-turn move. I'm making it 95 because dive. Wait, I buffed dive and I buffed dig the same way, and they both have the same effect. Although bounce does also have the chance to paralyze, so I'm gonna leave it as is. And then fly. Fly they made more accurate. Now fly actually, I'm gonna do the same thing, just make it 100% accurate because then it is on par with dive and dig. Fly. Wait, was it already 90 power? Am I like hallucinating? Was fly already at 90 power? Yes, yes it was. I am going crazy. The reason second or 2-turn attacks have to be strong is because of switching and protect. They're very easy to block. So I really want to make these even stronger than they are. Razor Wind. Now flying type move, traps opponent. That's in Emerald Legacy they made it a flying type move, and they made it a trapping move. It's not in Crystal Legacy, it's not in Yellow Legacy. So Razor, that's not. Razor Wind, charging turn, high crit ratio. Oh, that's why it wasn't in Emerald. They changed it to flying type in Emerald Legacy. You know, this actually should be a flying type move. But there's already 2 charge up moves for flying types. 3 actually because of sky attack. I'm not changing this further. I'm leaving Razor Wind as it is. Sky attack. Oh. Sky attack. Chance of flinch and high power and high accuracy. They actually nerfed this one. They changed it from a 2-turn attack to a 1-turn attack with a chance to flinch or crit in Emerald Legacy. They did the same thing in Crystal Legacy and the same thing in Yellow Legacy. I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to leave it as it is. Except I'm going to give it 5 more PP. Not, oh no, not 100 PP. That'd be crazy. PP plus 5, 5 to 10. Because, I mean, it's not a move you're going to be using a whole lot, for the most part. Wing attack, they buffed in Yellow Legacy, they didn't change in the other 2. So I'm not going to worry about it. Brave Bird, I don't have to touch. Brave Bird is flat, is flying. It's fine as this. Because Flare Blitz is the same. What's the rock type move? Head Smash. Head Smash is, oh, that's, I want to buff its, wait, is Head Smash in Gen 3? Head Smash was added in Gen 4. So I'm going to buff its accuracy to 90 because it is a 1/2 damage recoil move. That is a lot of recoil. That is a ton of recoil. So yeah, that's drawback enough. Alright, now for the electric type. Oh, they didn't change any electric moves in Crystal Legacy. Dang. I'm not going to change Thunder because it doesn't need to be changed. Same reasoning as Blizzard. Thunder Punch in Yellow Legacy, they nerfed its damage. But they didn't change it in Crystal Legacy. They didn't change it. The only electric move changed in Emerald Legacy is Sap Cannon. They gave it more PP. I'm actually gonna do that too. I'm gonna give it. Did they give Inferno more PP? Because if they did, I will change that. They did not do that. I will do that too though. They upped its accuracy to 70. I'm not gonna do that because it's a guaranteed paralysis with a bunch of damage on top of it. So let's write down Zap Cannon. PP plus 5. And then I'm going to do Inferno. Oh, I didn't save, did I? Isn't wait, Inferno's not in this generation? Huh, I thought it was. Wait. No, is that in Gen 5? Huh. Well then, I guess I can just remove that from my notes. Because it's just not there. Okay. Well, then... Cool. In that case, I am done with electric type moves for now. What else needs to be done? Dark type moves need to be done. It's just Dark Steel and Dragon left, it looks like. Okay, so Beat Up is first on the list. They increased its power from 20 or from 10 to 20. Which I do agree with. And they buffed it. They didn't change its PP. Okay, so Beat Up PP plus 10, 10 to 20. Or no. Let me look at who learns it first before I commit to that change. Dark types exclusively learn it, so I'm gonna make it 15 power then. Because otherwise... Oh wait, no, it's only stab on the one that... On the one Pokemon. Never mind, it's not, it's fine. Right? Hold on, I need to figure out how stab on this works, because that changes the power of it. One, Beat Up. If it's considered a typeless attack, then... I didn't know it ignores Wonder Guard. That's pretty crazy. I want to know... since it's considered a typeless ability, then nobody gets stab on it. Then it doesn't need to be nerfed 15. That is all that I needed to know. So then we have Feint Attack, which is up to 70 power. We have Sustained Change in Emerald Legacy. I'm not going to do that because then Technician won't buff it for Cacturn, so I'm not going to change that. Because I gave Cacturn Technician as a secondary ability. Because even to this day, Cacturn does not have a secondary ability. To this day, it has only a regular ability and a hidden ability, which I think is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And they made its ability option for the hidden ability the same as Maractus. They didn't differentiate the two whatsoever. Is he back? No, he's not. It's her. Okay. Let's see. I'm not changing Feint Attack. Knockoff. I am going to buff Knockoff. I'm going to buff it to... It's 55 or 60 power, I think, in Generation 8. Where's Knockoff at? Wish those dogs would shut up. 65 power in this... I'm going to buff it to 55. So from 20 to 55 is 30, it's plus 35. Knock off PP plus. And next up is Thief, which they buffed from 40 power to 60 in Emerald Legacy. And the same change in Crystal Legacy. They also get 5 more PP. I do agree with this change. I'm not going to give him more PP though. Because otherwise there's just like no reason to use this anywhere. Alright, that looks like all of Dark types done. I'm not changing Sucker Punch, doesn't need to be changed. Let's see. Steel type moves. Doom Desire is such a hardcore name. And it's only learned by like Jirachi, right? It's a 2-turn move, 140 power, 100% accuracy. Oh, wait, that's for Gen 7. Yeah, it's Jirachi's move. I guess it's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching if anyone does watch it.